The self help industry is useless. And that's coming from an avid self help fan. And why do I say that the self help industry is futile? A quote that I always go back to is knowledge is power, but knowledge without action is useless. And the self help industry is just a community that tells you what you already know and what you already need to do. But do you do it? Most likely you don't. You decide to scroll back on YouTube to seek more information on how to improve yourself. The self help industry shows us what we have to work on, and so we know how to love ourselves and become a better members of society. We already know this, but why do we put it into action? Unless usually we do in a week, but in less than a week again, we are back to the same habits that we were trying to get rid of. To this point, I believe it's a lack of discipline that helps us not become a better version of ourselves. So over time, you go back to your old shitty habits and continue to hate your life and yourself, and you never do anything about it. Once again, you go to self-help TikTok and scroll, just to feel like you're trying to do something to improve. So what I recommend is to start self-improving now. Not even trying to change your whole life drastically over time, but just try to incorporate one small habit slowly into your life. And then over time, add more and more habits and until your whole life is a complete new one. I found this from the Wizard Liz, where she says to try to incorporate one habit at a time instead of trying to do a whole bunch of things and like list them out. And over time, I understand that it does take 21 days or more for a habit to be complete into your routine. So if you give something 21 days, then that's motivation. You're like, oh, this is just 21 days. Or it's just a day, instead of like, oh, I have to keep doing this forever. That is a way I know that helps improve habits and good habits. And most of it, it's not even motivation, it's just discipline. So use what you learned from those self-help books and put them into your life.